Dan, 2 years ago, I never would have believed the incredible journey God would send us on. I never would have thought the goofy green-shoed guy would grow into my life so deeply. I never dreamed that I would find someone who challenged me to see the world the way you do. Today is the day we will look back on with gray hair and wrinkled cheeks. I can't wait to marry you, Daniel James. Always, love, forever and ever. The almost Mrs. Diana Corby. Once in a while, right in the middle of an ordinary life, love gives us a fairy tale. You're my fairy tale, Diana. It feels surreal to me that I get to marry someone so beautiful, both on the outside and on the inside. I'm incredibly lucky to have found someone so caring, considerate, and compassionate. You truly make those around you feel loved. I admire your creativity and cherish your empathy. I knew early on in our relationship that you were the one for me. Since then, we've been growing closer to the point where you've become my best friend. Our strengths and weaknesses balance each other in amazing ways, so that we are stronger as a team than we would be as individuals. Ever since that first message I sent to you on Christian Mingle, I felt my heart continue to grow closer to yours, and today, I hand it over to you completely, to hold as your own until death do us part. I promise to be your friend and your lover, your partner in parenthood, your ally in conflict, your greatest fan, and your toughest adversary. My love for you will be a verb, not just a noun. I promise to grow with you and to grow old with you. Throughout our lives, your joys will be my joys, and your pains my pains. I vow to place God first, you second, and if God blesses us with them, our children third. And when we're old and our bodies this side of heaven are expiring, I promise to continue to remind you how beautiful you are, both on the outside and on the inside.
Dan, before I ever met you, I prayed for you. I prayed for a God-fearing man that had a servant's heart, and a man that wanted nothing more than to glorify God with his every action. A man that truly found joy in Christ and to lighten his word. Today, I get to call that man my husband. I vow to be kind. I promise to always be a safe place, and I promise you will never have to face anything alone. I promise to love you and respect you and support you, and above all else, make sure I'm not yelling at you just because I'm hungry. I vow to be on your team and to be your very best friend and to grow with you. But most importantly, I vow to lead you to the Lord. I will love you only second to Christ, and I vow to work on becoming the godly woman I was created to be every day through God's grace. I vow to work at our marriage with all of my heart. I vow to keep these responsibilities as a wife. I vow to be a servant with you in God's kingdom every day for the rest of our lives until we are called home. Today I stand here making the easiest decision of my life to become your wife. I always thought it would be difficult to find someone that could love me as I was, scattered in what sometimes felt like 1,000 pieces. But then you showed me every piece doesn't have to be in place to create something beautiful. Love can exist even in the most imperfect, broken people. Dan, you consistently grant me grace. You are slow to anger and quick to forgive. And truly, you love me without any requirements or conditions. You love me the way I am. And I promise that I will love you the way you are, even if you're in 1,000 pieces. You've shown me what unconditional love and grace truly looks like. I'm not sure that a lifetime is long enough for me to return all that you've given me, but I promise to spend each day by your side trying.
It is my joy to say these 6 very important words. You may now kiss the bride. I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Gorby.
Dan and Diana were in their first few months of dating, and while drinking some wine, I casually but confidently mentioned, yeah, you and Dan are gonna get married. When reflecting back on that time, I remember feeling so confident when saying that, and I think it's because I know a little of what's inside Diana's heart. I know that if Diana is willing to put in her time and effort into someone, he must be worth it. And for Dan, Diana's amazing. Why wouldn't you want to marry her? I love that that moment serves as a time that we could look back on, especially on a day like today. I also had the privilege to get to meet with Dan and Diana on a few double dates. And during that time, I was able to see the love that Dan has for Diana. Not through his words, but solely through his actions. And it was amazing to see my best friend be in love and be loved. So Dan, thank you for loving my best friend. So to many years of happiness, if you have a drink in front of you, we could just raise it and to Congratulations to Diana and Dan.
I've been searching for